Hey everybody, it's Carlos and Sandy Lee. This is season 6 of Off Your Flosser podcast.
So warm up those chuckle muscles, guys, because we're about to give them a workout.
Wow, it's been a while.
Dude, it's been too long.
Absolutely.
What day is it today?
August 25th. It is one of my bestie's birthdays.
Oh,
Happy
okay.
birthday, Jess. She's under the weather though.
Tell me about Jazz. What's
Okay. Since it's her birthday.
Yeah.
So we were supposed to do this outing. You know how they have like escape rooms and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Well, this is where you can be on game shows.
Ooh.
I don't know much about it, but that was the gist. Is it's for you have two teams, you do game show type stuff, and it was going to be amazing. And then Brian, her husband, texted that yesterday morning and said that it was being postponed basically because she's sick. And I was like,
Is it
dang
COVID?
it.
Because that's been going around.
I've heard that it's going around. I text her yesterday, but her phone doesn't get my text sometimes. Well, that's what she says.
Yeah, I'm about to say might be intentional.
I won't hold it against her. It's fine.
You texted? What are you talking about?
And she's reading it going, psh, whatever.
Sandy again. No, dude. Well, happy birthday, and I hope you feel better soon. Because
yeah,
it's not cool to be sick on your birthday.
Nope.
I wasn't on mine. I had a birthday. I just turned 55, dude.
14th, yeah.
Golly, man. It just sounds like I feel like I should be more mature than I am. You know.
I think that all the time.
I know, right? But
then I'm like, nah.
This is it. This is as mature as I'm getting, and it's gonna just revert backwards from here on out. So,
yes, and you can get away with a lot more.
Oh, I can't when I'm 75, are you kidding me?
Think about it for a second. When you're a kid, you do all these crazy things, but then your parents step in and say, no, don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Yeah. But as you get older, you may not have parents around anymore. Nobody's telling you no.
Yeah.
And because you're old, what are people going to do?
You don't care. Anyway.
Break your hip? I mean, come on.
I'm trying to break my hip, you know?
Being old is good in a way, but it sucks that your body doesn't do what you want it to do.
It sucks that once you learn, once you stop caring about what other people think, and then you learn that nobody gave a shit the whole time, you're like, I wasted all this time worrying about what these idiots thought, and
people that don't matter.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. Yeah, so
yeah. All right. Well, so I've noticed.
Yeah.
Can I ask? Your background is different. Yeah. I mean, you noticed mine, but all I did was put up my Dunder Mifflin.
Because we got some heavy stuff to drop, but I want to. I want to save it for the end.
Straight up.
How's Big Tuna and John? How's the gang? Everybody doing okay?
Sophie? Okay. Yes. Yes.
Give me a quick rundown. How's everybody doing?
John's doing great. He turned 41 in June.
Damn, cradle snatch.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Big Tuna next month. He's turning 4. I'm so excited. He just came a couple weeks ago because Mom mistakenly promised him he could swim in my swimming pool.
Well, whose fault is
that?
So
I was like, you're gonna have to bring him up here during the summer.
Yeah.
Unplanned trip, but heck, yes.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Yeah, it was so great. I bought him this little inflatable tank with a water cannon. Oh, he loved it. I want
an inflatable tank with the water cannon.
I know, right? Yeah. They do have adult sizes too. It's crazy.
Ridiculous. That's
$30. Come on.
What? You had to buy it for $30.
Actually.
So does he sit on it or in it, or how does that work? Like a pool ring?
So it's like a square colored like a tank.
Okay.
It has a little platform area where he sits and 2 holes where his legs go down.
Nice. Okay.
The water cannon is just a tube that goes into the water below him, and he can just recharge as much as he wants.
Just spray all the water out.
Yes, and I just realized they have an adult size, so we're going for his birthday. I got an Airbnb with a heated pool.
Oh, it's about to be on.
I'm buying me a tank too. It's on.
Yeah. Well,
Little bro's going
better buy him
down.
some goggles too, so something tells me he's gonna get some in his eyes.
Yeah.
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 You
He's
know?
a water baby like me. I love being in water.
Yeah.
So he's doing great. John's doing great. Um, things are good, you know. I've been working I went down in my hours at one office, so I'm more hours at the pediatric office,
Okay.
which is great because it's low key, like it's a lot easier on my body and stuff. So I
Sure.
think it's great to kind of transition into old age as we were talking about. So
As we
there's really
season. Yeah.
there's not much going on here except one thing. The
Uh-oh.
other night, you know, John has a couple brewskis and he's like in nostalgia land.
Okay.
Oh, so I've told you about his
At 41,
Firebird.
what's he got to be nostalgic about? It was just last week. He was 21. What are you talking about?
When I met him, he had this red Firebird, loud, fast.
Yeah.
So it's been in our garage for I don't know. He has not driven it since probably 14 years,
Oh
but
shit.
every once in a while, he'll go out there and rev it up, start it up, show
Hell
off
yeah.
his how loud it is.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm, like, sitting there inside watching TV, and all of a sudden, I hear this big rumble, and I was like, "That's the Firebird." He
Yeah,
took it
yeah.
out of the garage. He goes, "Get in." The interior's not great shape, but, it needs some work, but I was just like, "Okay."
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
get in it, and he jets down the driveway, whips around in the field, guns it, swings around the driveway twice, just for fun.
That
Man,
sounds
I
fun.
said, "You need to get this fixed.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
need
he
to
does.
be out on the weekends because it has T-tops." You
Oh,
ever seen,
dude.
like, T-tops?
T-tops?
You
These
don't
kids
see
have no idea
T-tops anymore.
what we're talking about.
It's
Picture
basically Yeah, go
so
ahead.
picture like a moonroof, right? It's like if your moonroof had a thong, right? With the roof of the car.
A
And then
G-string.
and you pop off the glass cheeks, if you will, right? And
Yep.
throw them in a
Yeah.
trunk in a special little cubby, and then you get the benefits of a convertible, but without getting your skull crushed if it goes upside down because it's still kind of
Yeah.
messy around
You
the
got a
edges.
roll bar
Yeah,
kinda
and
thing.
that was it, dude. I don't know if I ever told you about the time. Do you hear an echo or is it just me?
I do not hear an
Okay,
echo.
all right.
Echo,
It was me, my
echo,
buddy
echo.
Vinny, and Bert, right? And Vinny was him and his dad were like, I won't say grease monkeys. That's a wrong derogatory term, but they were like mechanical geniuses, right?
Yes.
And so they would rebuild cars and fix them up and get them running real nice. And I think that was like a side thing or like a hobby. I don't know what the details were, but Vinny got his hands like on a 70 something Corvette. It was burgundy. This thing was badass, and they souped it up. So I mean, I've personally been in the thing when it was doing about a buck 20, which is horrifying. You know what I mean?
Just saying.
Yeah. And I'm sitting on this front stoop, like on the concrete thing outside of Vinny's house. The car's parked in the driveway, so I'm looking at the driver's side. It's the closest side to me. The passenger side is on the other side, obviously. And Bert's trying to take the T-top off on that side, and he breaks the
Mhm.
handle off. But the way he broke it off, it was just like I see him just cranking on it, and he just goes and he just slips, right? And I go,
Yeah.
and I'm like smiling, like I know he didn't just break Vinny's T-top, right? And he goes, "Hey Vin, I broke your T-top." And Vinny goes, and Vinny has not a
Ouch.
deep voice, right? He's one of the coolest people in the world. You'd love him, but he's like, "What? You kidding, right?" And Bert shows me the
Oh.
handle, and I just lost it. And I know it's rude, and so everybody had their feelings hurt, but it was just the presentation of the broken handle for the T top is what killed it for me. And so
Dang.
yeah, that's my one and only T. I was never cool enough to own a vehicle with T tops,
Ugh.
but that
Yeah.
was we still talk about it today. And Vinny still goes, man, he goes, I can't believe you're laughing. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. But his face, tell him to control his face because that's what made me laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, that
But hopefully,
sucks.
so what's wrong? What's he need to do? Just get it street legal? Because it sounds like it hauls
Uh,
ass still, you know?
I think there's something with the timing belt. There's a couple issues with it. But if you ask him, he's like, I don't know. That's all he says. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, he knows what's wrong with it. He just,
It
yeah.
needs It needs a paint job, like, the clear coat or whatever is
Okay.
cracked and stuff, and
Yeah.
the faded in a couple spots. He wants to go, uh, or was it me? I wanna go jet black. I would almost do matte black because that's really cool right now,
Yeah.
and have somebody detail
Hell yeah.
the Firebird, the Phoenix or whatever it is on the hood. He doesn't have that on the hood. That No, he doesn't have that on the hood.
What color was it originally? Red?
It's red, yeah.
I think the eagle or the hawk, whatever the screaming eagle, whatever that thing is in
Screaming eagle.
white because my buddy had an
Mm,
'87
yeah.
Firebird Formula and it had the white eagle thing on the front and it had the Corvette engine in. I'll remember
I'm
that.
pretty sure
He
it's
almost
a
died in that thing too. So
Formula. I can't remember. He wants to put a new engine in it too. It's,
ooh
he wants is an LS engine sound
yes.
familiar?
Oh yeah 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 yeah
Okay,
yeah yeah
okay.
yeah. No, it's
I said,
badass.
"Well, how much would that cost?"
It's not much. Maybe he might have to upgrade the transmission to handle the
Yeah,
extra power.
yeah. I said, "How much is it gonna cost?" That's the only thing, like, anytime he wants to do something, I never say no, because I get, like, I'm, like, techie, I like coffee, like, I like gadgety stuff,
Yeah.
so I'm buying stuff all
Dogs.
the time. Dogs? Yes, but I'm like, I will never tell him no. I always ask how much, because I'm gonna try to make it work for him, because I
Sure.
don't want him to go without, if he wants
Sure.
some, sure, baby, let's get you whatever you want,
Oh,
honey.
it's
I'm a
John.
sugar mama, you
It's
know?
John. You got to get it.
It's
You
my
know, it's
Johnny.
that's just I think it'd be like a big chunk up front and he's going to work on it for a few months, but it'll
Yeah.
last him another 15, 20 years if he takes care of it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
it'll be fine.
And you can get historic plates now because it's 33 years old. It's a
Oh, okay.
90, I think it's a 91. So is
Okay.
that 33 years old? And it's
I
how
think
many
it's after
years to,
25. I think it's after 25.
yeah. Yeah.
So
So we could get historic
he's
plates.
good. He's
We'll
real
just
good.
cruise on some back roads
Hell yeah, man.
on the weekend. Let me tell you something. Nothing beats cruising down a back road on a nice day where you don't need heat, you don't need AC.
That's
Mm-mm.
the weather in Atlanta has been not demonic lately. So
Same,
I got the
same.
bike out, and
Yeah.
the other day I was coming home from work. I came home to my home and dropped off the Chevy, ran downstairs, picked up the scoot, right? Drove the sucker back to work. And then I just got lost after work. I just went for like a 2 hour ride, dude. And I
Yeah.
still have half a tank of gas. It thing holds
Right.
maybe 3 gallons.
Right.
I don't know how it still has gas in it. I drive it like a Porsche. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but yeah, I've had some changes. I don't know if you can tell, change of scenery.
A little bit.
I'm in my apartment. Let's just say we finalized the divorce and I'm out here just, flying solo. And it's unfortunate that it had to happen. It is what it is. No one's hurt. Everybody's, okay. Everybody's doing their own thing. And yeah, so yeah, so
It's never, divorce is not a word you like to hear,
no.
but there are some cases where it's just, you got to decide what's working for you and what's
Yeah.
not.
I'm not gonna tell you that it's not quiet moments where you sort of get introspective. I'm not bad mouth anybody because everybody's guilty in their own way or whatever. And so wish her the best and take care. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm saying.
I mean, it takes two. It's like
You know,
nobody's, not one person's fault.
I got to the point where I didn't care anymore, and I was like, wow, I've never felt like this
Yeah.
before. Where I was just like, I'm done trying and being upset about it and being sad about it and just like whatever, man.
Yeah.
It's time to pull the trigger. So I got me a place like 5 minutes from my office where I work at, and they like me there, I guess. Right. So I get flexibility to go do my comedy stuff but if I'm in
Yeah.
town, I'm just like I'm 5 minutes away. So yeah, I'll come in for a few hours, whatever. And
Right. Yeah.
they appreciate the help and I appreciate them being flexible. So it's a win-win. I think the relationship is a good one. And yeah, so I got a place to park my bike out of the weather. So
Okay, that's good.
everything's like real
Yeah.
secure. There's a gym in my building, so I've been going to that a lot and just spending a little
Nice.
time in the gym. There's a
Yeah.
pool. I'm not a big pool guy, you know.
Yeah.
And it's in the other building, but it's cool. The mail room is in my side, and so I'm digging it,
I'm
man.
not a big I'm not a big other people in the pool with me.
Yeah,
Strangers.
yeah, I don't
Strangers.
know
Like,
anybody. I don't know anybody, and I'm kind of cool with
right.
that. Like, I don't think I've ever met any of my neighbors because everybody leaves at
Yeah.
different times and stuff. And it's, you know what it feels
Hmm.
like? It feels like I'm pretending to live in a hotel, is what it feels like. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
really, really, really nice one bedroom suite with a it's there's I have a giant walk-in closet, right? So
Okay.
I have my safe in there with cameras and my passport, just some of my
Yeah.
goodies, whatever, just in case, right?
Yeah.
I got cameras set up everywhere like a maniac, right? Because I'm a little paranoid. And sliding glass doors, so I can dip out the front, and if God forbid there's a fire or something, you know what I mean? I can just walk
Okay.
outside,
So you're
and
on a lower level,
yeah,
ground level.
and and when you and John come to visit, there's a revolving sushi place across the street, all you can eat, $30.
Hold on, let me book my flight real quick.
And
Oh, dude.
and it's pretty good. Like I kind of burnt out on it. I was going like once a
Yeah.
week, and then my daughter
Yeah.
came to visit, and she's so sweet. She's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go place an order to get up groceries. Do you need anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, I need all kinds of shit, you know." So I didn't have anything, Sandy. I left out. My place looks like an autistic genius lives here. You know what I mean? I got like two plates, two bowls, two saucers, two cups, two glass. You know what I mean? It's
Like the accountant with Ben Affleck.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah. It's very minimal, dude. You're like, walking. Does anybody live here? Like, I feel that if they go, okay, it's 8 a.m. You need to be out of here by 1 p.m. I can get it done. You know what I mean? That
You're
type of shit.
evicted.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, no, God, I hope not. But
No, 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 but you know what I mean.
yeah,
Like if you have to scoop everything, all
yeah.
of your belongings, you're good
If
by
like the
1 PM.
accountant, I need to run because hitmen are coming after me. I can just dip ass and just get the hell out of here, man. But it's a cool spot, dude. I bought a TV at Best Buy on July 4th, right?
How big?
65,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And I walk in and I'm like, I didn't want to spend more than $300. They were July 4th sales, right? And the guy
Yeah.
goes, I see it's normally like 450 and it's on sale for 299. I'm like, what's wrong with it? He's like, nothing. We got a bunch of them and it's our brand insignia.
Mhm.
I go, 65? Is that the best deal in the house? He's like, yeah. I said, I'll take it. He goes, what are you going to do with it?
Loaded on the scoot. No.
I go, what do you
What?
mean? I'm going to watch it. What do you mean? What am I going to do with it? What do you do with
It's
TVs?
a
Right.
TV.
And he goes, oh, well, if you're going to watch any movies, I go, yeah, eventually. He goes, well, if you want to watch movies, man, you got to get this LG here for $1,500. I'm like, man, if you don't wheel this shit outside and stop playing around, are you crazy? I'm
It's
looking
like
at a
you go
$300
in.
TV and you're going to hit me with 5 times the price? That's insane. You know, that's like going car shopping and be like, hey, you like
He's
this Honda
trying.
Civic?
He's trying.
You like this Honda
Here's your
Civic?
Porsche.
Yeah. There's a Lamborghini. You're going to drive it? Well, if you want to drive, you got to get this Lamborghini for $250,000. Man, give me the wheel around a green
Stop it.
Honda Civic so I can get out of here, you know?
You
Uh,
should have just looked at him and said, are you messing with me?
yeah.
Are you
Not
making fun of
500,
my budget?"
not
Like,
750, but he's hit me with $1,500. I said, boy, give me the damn TV, man. Like,
if you 500, you're looking at 300, they go up to 500.
I
Okay,
get
I
it.
get
I
that, but
get it. Come on,
1,500?
man. But you
Jeez.
gotta work on the art of subtlety, my friend. You know,
Be
he
like,
just jumps.
are you paying for half of this?
Yeah,
Because
are you picking up? Yeah.
you coming over to watch movies with me or what? Because this is what we're doing.
I don't have a joke,
Ugh.
for it, but me mounting this thing on the wall by myself, hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know
Yeah, I
how
didn't
I
even
got it on it.
think.
I was sweating. I'm like, I'm gonna drop. I just blew $300, right? And
That's always my fear
I hear
when
one
I'm
thing going
carrying a
click,
TV.
and I'm like, okay, was that both of them or just one of the hooks? And I
Yeah.
slowly let go, and the left side starts to. I'm like,
And you're like,
oh.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
So I hold up that end, and I'm peeking around the corner, and it was off by like freaking the thickness of a nickel. You know what I mean? So I
Ugh.
tapped it and it clicked on. I was like, Jesus Christ. And
Then
it
you gotta,
works.
like, take a
So
shower, jeez.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
it
my
was a
god.
1,000 degrees. It's been a hot summer in Atlanta, but it
Is
was
this smart
good, man.
TV?
Yeah.
Like, you
So I got it.
stream and stuff? Okay.
Yeah, I got things hooked up to YouTube and
Yeah.
Amazon and I think I have what is it, HBO, whatever that is
Yeah,
now,
Max.
Max.
Yeah.
And
Ugh.
and I don't
I
really
got
watch
some
a lot of
stories
TV.
about that.
I just stay on YouTube for the most part.
Yeah, with your back cracking videos. I got okay, so HBO Max or Max, whatever they call it
Right.
now. I have never been like, "Oh, I gotta go watch this true crime, da 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 da." It's never really been my thing.
Okay.
Well, I a while back I heard on like a podcast or something mentioned about this series called The Staircase.
Never heard
And
of
it's
it.
based on a true story about somebody accused of murdering someone, blah blah blah. So I'm like, I've had it on my watch list, like I'm gonna watch it eventually for like a year, not even exaggerating. And finally I go, okay, let's watch it. I couldn't stop. I
Is it a
couldn't stop.
series or a movie?
It's a documentary, well, it's a movie about a true story,
Okay.
and it has maybe 8 episodes or something like that.
Gotcha.
So I'm watching it and I'm going, and then one episode ends and I'm like, "Go to the next one. Hurry, hurry."
Right, right. What are we
Ugh.
doing?
And
Skip
then
the intro. Yes.
I finish it, and then I'm like, I see where people like get hooked. So I watched another one. I had to turn this one off. I just finished it yesterday.
Another series
Yeah, yeah, based on a true story.
called
I had to turn it off. Love and Death,
okay.
because the part where they get to the crime scene in the trial,
Oh.
oh, it was graphic. And
Ooh.
thinking it was based on a true story, I turned it off. I got into cross stitch. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. It's huge detail here. Cross
Yeah.
stitching.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway,
You
the
need
easy
balance.
ones.
I get it.
I wanted to do something besides just sit there and watch TV. So
Right,
now I'm
right,
like
right.
cross stitching while I'm watching TV like
Okay.
an old person.
Yeah.
Anyway, I watch it nonstop until it's over, and now I'm like devouring this new one called The Undoing, not based on truth,
Okay.
but still very good. But now I'm like,
What's with all the crime stuff? Are you planning something?
I
Nothing?
cannot say.
Whatever you do, don't go
No.
digging by the third tree in the back. Yeah. Um, do you
Yeah.
think what's the women's fascination? Because I don't get it. Guys will kill out of anger or passion, right? But it seems like a lot of those things, like I almost got away with it, and you know what I mean. Those type of how to murder somebody and how not. Is you think that's helping anybody or is it just interesting?
No. No, and I I feel like, and I thought about this the other day, I feel like it's the equivalent to teens playing, or younger than teens playing the killer games. But it's for adults.
Okay.
Like we're losing like the intensity of death and violence and stuff. Like it's no big deal anymore. And I'm just like, it is a big deal.
It is a big deal. Yeah, yeah.
Because those are those things lead to different thoughts. Not that somebody's gonna go and murder their husband because they watch these or anything,
Right, right. But if you're
but
thinking about it,
if yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not for
it's
the
like,
record. I don't want to hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying?
so
Just
if you think about this true crime versus watching something that provides laughter and something wholesome, which is better for you? Which is better for your mentality?
I'd rather laugh, dude.
Yes.
Like I would howl at Seinfeld and everybody loves Raymond and just
Yes.
even going back in Living Color, just
But it's
all
like,
those. Why? I like to laugh. I don't know. Other people
It's
like to be scared.
yeah,
I'd rather
yeah.
laugh. You know what I mean?
It's like cocaine. Like, it's cocaine for your brain.
Yeah. I think it does
Because
trigger some of the same pleasure places. You know what I mean?
it's not good for you, but yet you can't stop.
Right. Right. Like French fries.
N Facts,
You
facts.
know. You
Or as
know,
my boss says, "Fax, no printer." I don't get that, what?
dork. There is a place near me. There's a Five Guys burger place, right?
Mhm.
And then
Yes.
I found a new place called Bubba's 33. Right?
33 what?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's a 33rd spot. I don't know what the deal is, right?
Yeah.
But dude, they have burgers there that are reasonable, like 13 bucks, right? They have a bacon avocado burger, right?
Okay.
And they put these fat geniuses put bacon in the hamburger meat and then they cook it like
Yeah. I've
with
heard of that.
and I'm like, what's in this? Why does it taste so good? Like it doesn't
Why
need
why you
seasoning.
do that?
What's going on here? What kind of alchemy is happening in the kitchen?
Why
He's like,
you
oh,
mixing your meats?
he goes, we put bacon in the hamburger. I'm like, dude, this is freaking genius, man. So everything they make is delicious. And I'm like, it's you
Yeah.
can get it in and out for under 20, for about 20 bucks. And it
Yeah.
doesn't anyway, so that's the last thing I need is another burger place, right?
Right,
Um,
right.
but
Oh,
across the street is the Five Guys. And remember, you can get a brown paper bag filled with those hot fries with the you
yes.
see the grease on them. No one needs a sack full of fries.
I mean,
But I know I've personally, it's been a long time, but I've finished it, you
oh,
know?
yeah. I finish them. I
Yeah.
finish them. Oh, I forgot to say, now that we're talking about food again, I went back on my gluten, dairy, sugar diet.
Well, congrats.
I've lost about 7 pounds
Nice,
in the
nice.
last little over a week.
Okay. Are you doing
Um,
okay?
mhm,
You're not killing anybody?
no, but I decided this time I'm gonna be, just a little more lax with it. Because before, I was doing it for my fertility treatments and stuff like that. I was really, trying to do very, very strict for IVF and stuff. And I decided that this time, if I want to try something, I'm going to try it, but not go crazy. So the other day, it was my boss's birthday. They brought in pineapple or cherry dump cake
Okay.
and a breakfast casserole made with biscuits. So I literally
Mm,
had like a tablespoon bite of each,
okay.
and that
That
was it.
that's nice self-control, and
Yeah.
you don't wanna you wanna be healthy, but you don't wanna be weird at a public thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I mean, Big Tuna's birthday, I'm eating a piece of cake. Hello.
No, no. I picked up Anthony, he wanted to hang out, and,
Yeah.
so we went to Bubba's, right? And I got him a burger, he took 2 bites and didn't eat it. He ate all his broccoli, though, and he goes,
Okay. Good
"Can I get
boy.
ice cream?" I'm like, "If you finish your broccoli." So he's like, "Alright." So he just gobbles it down just so he can get
Yeah.
to the ice cream.
Yep.
And, he's rocking a mullet now, dude. He
I
looks like a
mean,
little
lots of kids
badass, you
are.
know? He turned 4 recently, and,
Yeah.
my daughter's son is 4 and a half, and the baby
Yeah.
girl just turned 2 a couple weeks ago. So,
Mhm.
yeah, everybody's growing up around us, man. So,
They don't get younger.
yeah, I'm just
Ugh.
chilling. Oh, I told you I got a new tattoo, right? Like
No.
grandkids?
Oh, yeah, I've saw with the, like,
Like
they're
stick
almost like
figures
stick
kinda.
figures.
Yeah,
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 you showed
okay.
me. Yeah, that's sweet.
I think the new format we should try is maybe keep it a little bit shorter, a little bit more succinct, and more
Yep,
to the point. That way we don't
agree,
run out of stuff to
agree.
talk about.
People need to be able to listen to an episode on the way to work if they
Yeah,
have, like, I have a 45-minute drive.
sure.
30, 40 minutes, I think is perfect.
Um, Real quick back to my situation. The one of the things I've learned, like I don't try to change anybody. Let them be who they're going to be. You know what I mean? Like if
Okay.
you want, your partner to do X, Y, and Z, and they don't want to do it, and it's a fight every time, and whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
Or fine, don't change them. Now you have to make a decision on what you're gonna do.
What's acceptable?
Yeah, because
Yeah, and it's not an ultimatum, it's
yeah,
just setting boundaries and following up with your boundaries.
that's it.
And
And
sometimes they don't jive.
yeah, like, hey, I prefer if you don't beat me. Fine, we can do that. You know what I mean? Or
Here's
you
my boundary.
That's kind of like my draw. Not that that was happening. I'm just saying, so just life's too short to
Yeah,
not be happy is all I'm saying, you know?
I agree. I agree. It's like with John. John is super quiet. I knew that from the start. We broke up for a month and then about a year. It was because on my end, it was because I missed having conversation. I missed the interaction and stuff. And I had to make a very conscious decision that John and I are meant for each other, and that's something I'm going to have to accept about him. And I feel like I have for the most part. Sometimes it gets frustrating, but I mean that's marriage. There's frustration.
Yeah, yeah, it's compromises left and right. And but then there's like you said, boundaries. So
Yep,
he's got enough other redeeming qualities where so he's
he
not super
does.
catty. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? My brother stays with my mom, and she's always bitching that he doesn't talk to me. I'm like, Mom, you need a companion. He's your son. That's
Yeah,
he's not a big talker. You're
right.
trying to get blood out of a stone. It doesn't work that way. So either
Yeah,
find something else to do or call somebody, but you're not gonna get it out of them. Just accept that. You know what I mean?
right, right.
Not good or bad. It's just the way it is. So
And you raised him, so
yeah, it's kind of your fault, really, if you think about it.
it's all
Speaking of,
your fault.
I saw them last week. It was nice to see my folks, and
Mhm.
I took my brother and my dad out to dinner, and we've been meaning to go sit down at a. Just went to Longhorns, nothing fancy,
Yeah,
and we called Dad, and I go, Dad, we're gonna go pick you up. We're gonna go grab a steak. He goes, Well, I just ate, so if you guys want to go, I said, Well, you don't have to eat, bro. Grab a
yeah.
beer, a cup of water,
Come hang out.
coffee, something. Just come in and he goes, All right, all right. You're 81, bro. Come. You know what I mean? So he sits down, he orders like a
Yes.
clam chowder thing, shrimp and lobster bisque or something.
Mm,
My brother's
yum.
ribeye comes in. He's like, Oh, that looks pretty good. Can I get a piece of that? So my brother cuts him off a piece. And my New York strip comes in with the Parmesan crust on. He's like, "Oh, that looks
Uh,
really good. Can I get some of that?" I was like, "Dude, do you want a steak?" He's like, "No, I just want a bite." And I'm like, "Well, here you go, Dad." Can't say no to pops. You know what I'm saying? So
right, right.
and then he was like, "Okay, cool. I had that. I had this. I'm good." He was killing
Yeah,
the bread. He had a great time. And we just
yeah,
it was nice to just sit down with my boys and
yeah. It was
just
about the companionship, the
yeah.
conversation. Yeah,
But my
that's
mom,
really nice.
first thing out of her mouth was like, "Boy, you look like you gained a little bit of weight." I'm like, "I've been going through some stuff, mom." You know.
Mom.
The next morning for breakfast, she's like, "Do you want fried eggs, sunny side up?" I'm like, Are you the same person who told me I was fat ten minutes ago?" You know what I'm saying? Forget you, mom. Yes, I want sunny side up, please.
But yes, yes, I
Yeah,
do.
coffee and
Thank
toast. That
you.
would be great. Thank you, mother. And but what are you gonna do? She's not wrong. So you know, she can say,
Yeah,
yeah, she can say whatever she wants. So it's all good.
yeah, and that's what I'm looking forward to. We're going back to that aging gracefully type thing.
That's it.
I I'm gonna park where I want to park, how I want to park. If I'm sideways, I'm sideways.
Yeah.
I will not, however, take up the handicap spot with the
No,
little lines on the side
no, no, no.
because
Don't do
that's
that.
that's for those vans. You don't do
Yeah.
that.
Don't be a
Mm-mm,
yeah, that's a dick
mm-mm.
move. Don't do that.
Yeah,
I did park on the sidewalk outside of the Academy Sporting Goods place down the street from my house. I just rode up on the
with your scooter, right?
yeah. Everybody's like, I know this asshole isn't parking on the sidewalk, but it was behind a big pillar. It wasn't bothering anybody. You know what I mean? So
Eh,
yeah.
yeah.
It was a big wide pillar. I couldn't even see it when I walked out. I was like, oh, okay, that's not bothering anybody. And
No,
but
no.
I'm not walking from the parking lot. I'm on a scooter.
Right, right.
Obviously there's something wrong with me. I got to park close. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, well, listen,
There's definitely something wrong with you, but
I'm good if you want to wrap it up.
oh yeah. Yeah, it's good to be back though, for
It
sure.
is. I
We
miss you,
took
man. I miss you,
too
and I
long
can't
of
wait
a
to see you
hiatus.
soon. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking at flights to Georgia for some sushi, just saying.
yeah, come on down. There's a little
It'll be
hotels.
great.
There's a hotels everywhere. You
I
guys can
got
crash
you.
here if you want, but there's not a lot of elbow room. But
There's a futon.
yeah, we'll,
I'm
we'll
just playing.
we'll we'll figure it out. But anyway, it's great
Yeah,
to see you. Say hi to John for
you
me,
too.
and
You too, I will.
All right.
And this is episode, I think it's 217, but
We'll
you'll
figure it
figure
out.
it out when you
We'll figure
post
it
it.
out. All right. All right,
All
everyone.
right.
Take care, and we'll talk to you soon. And
Yes, and go floss yourselves.
boom, it's
Feels good
still
to
there.
say that
It
again.
does feel good. Go flush yourself. It does feel good. All right. I'll
Bye,
see you. Be
everybody.
good. Bye bye.